6 million years ago, the Earth was hurtling towards one of the most devastating events in its history. A massive asteroid the size of Mount Everest was hurtling towards our planet. This collision spelled the end of the dinosaurs, but the extinction did not happen in one big bang. In fact, the extinction of the dinosaurs was a long and painful process. So how did this catastrophe trigger the biggest tsunami on Earth? And how did the world recover after the dinosaurs were completely wiped out? Let's embark on this deadly journey. This giant asteroid was about 10 kilometers in diameter and approached the Earth at thousands of kilometers per hour. As soon as it entered the atmosphere, it turned into a fireball. The air in front of it quickly compressed and became extremely hot, and the surface of the asteroid became as hot as the surface of the sun. It reached Earth in just a few seconds, and this collision changed the fate of the planet forever. The asteroid caused a huge explosion off the coast of what is now Mexico. Tons of soil and rocks were thrown into the air by the impact, and shock waves devastated everything around it. But this was only the beginning. The enormous amount of debris that rose into the atmosphere soon fell back to Earth, starting huge fires across continents. The flames spread rapidly, burning down forests miles wide in seconds. But the disaster did not end there. After the impact, the incredible energy that spread across the Earth's surface was reflected in giant waves in the oceans. This triggered the biggest tsunami in history. This was no ordinary tsunami. The waves were tens of thousands of times more powerful than modern tsunamis. Huge walls of over 10 meters of water crashed onto the shores, destroying everything. Coastal land masses were literally reshaped and destroyed. If you had been there, it would have been impossible to survive. Some dinosaurs far from the center of the collision survived this first catastrophe, but a greater danger awaited them. The enormous dust and smoke that billowed into the atmosphere after the impact blocked out sunlight, and the world was quickly plunged into darkness. It was like a nuclear winter. The lack of sunlight meant that plants could not photosynthesize. Vegetation collapsed, which shattered the dinosaurs' food chain. Many began to starve to death, but it wasn't just starvation. Huge clouds of dust and fires in the atmosphere created a greenhouse gas effect. Sudden climate changes further accelerated the end of the dinosaurs. The oceans became acidic, and marine life was largely wiped out. Many sea creatures were unable to adapt to these dramatic changes and became extinct. In the end, 75% of life on Earth was wiped out. It was an extinction that even the most famous of dinosaurs, the T-Rex, could not escape. The extinction of the dinosaurs left the Earth a silent and dead planet, cold, dark, and uninhabitable. But it wasn't the end. In the years after the asteroid, the world began to come back to life. The age of the dinosaurs was over, but the rulers of this new world were small mammals. These small creatures survived and ushered in a new era on Earth. Plants slowly grew back, and the world began to come alive again. After about 100,000 years, the world began to regain its biodiversity. Dinosaurs gave way to mammals and birds. For more of this kind of information, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel, and let's meet in the comments.